In a city in crisis, two bombshell reports released this week are raising new questions about the mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, from inaccurate timekeeping for Safe Streets workers to fake names on government contracts. This morning, former rhetoric professor Richard Vatz is joining us live to weigh in on how Mayor Brandon Scott should and could be responding. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, we've watched the mayor continue to support Safe Streets. Is that the right move at this time with this new information?
Well, no, the mayor, there's always conflict between the critics and the mayor. I mean, the critics want more information and the mayor wants to give less information. There are certain problems that have come up very clearly.
Why do you think that is, though? I don't mean to interrupt you, but why wouldn't he want to give more information as the mayor of the people of the city?
Because there are mayors who believe that if they control the information, that they control the politics. And in Baltimore, all you got is Democratic politics. You don't have any real oversight by Republicans. It's except for Ivan Bates. The only people you get are people who simply want to support the system. You've got, in this situation, you've got fake names that have been let into a system. You've got duplicate payments. You've got lack of routine auditing of Muncie. You've got no requiring of validation of employee activities. And you've got felonies committed at the site of Muncie. And this has to be open to criticism by critics, by the media, and it's not. And the reason it's not is that the Democratic leadership does not want you to investigate this.
And it's not for lack of trying. I mean, Professor Vatz, we often ask questions, on so many issues within Muncie, and we are left with more questions than answers. How important is transparency, not just in the past year of our investigating this, but now especially for taxpayers, if nothing else?
Absolutely. And taxpayers learn that they keep paying more and more money, and they don't learn what this money goes to. And this is just unacceptable. And until you get people like Bill Henry to do more than say, well, you've got a point there. There should be more accountability, more transparency. You've got to get them to act more affirmatively. And there's too much protection. You don't know anything about Safe Streets. You don't know who the employees are. Right. You don't know about these felonies that have been committed. And until their feet are held to the fire and you get more than one person fired, which is, I believe, all they fired out of Muncie, you're going to have these problems in perpetuity.
Let me ask you this before I let you go then. As a former professor of rhetoric, what does the mayor need to say right now to get the trust back from the people now questioning what's really going on?
The mayor needs to answer questions, not always be defensive. You know, every time I see an interview with a mayor, particularly with Fox 45, the mayor is defensive. He doesn't want to answer questions, and he gets irritated when questions are asked. And yet, Channel 45 asks wonderful questions, penetrating questions, but you're at his mercy if he's going to answer these questions about Safe Streets and about how they're administering their policies.
And it appears this is just the start. We'll be following to see if criminal charges are actually filed as a result of all of this. Professor Vatz, thank you for weighing in this morning.
Thank you for having me.